Just finished up my first day here upriver, and it was a little on the slow side, but honestly we caught a handful of fish, so not too bad. But as promised, I'm going to be going over my rigging for fishing upriver with the 360 flashers. So first, let's just go ahead and get right into it. Starting off, you need to have at least about a 9 to 9.5 foot long rod. The reason why is because you want it to have you want it to be what's called a moderate action. Very limber, very soft, so that way the flasher can work. And if it's too short and too much of a broomstick, then the flasher won't work properly. You're not going to get the best action out of it. So having a 9 to 10 foot long rod is definitely a good place to start. Next, you guys know me, line counter reels. That way I can duplicate and make sure that I'm right on top of the fish's nose at all times. From there, braided line. Braided line definitely helps with the action on these flashers too. This here is 65-pound maximum braid 8. I've been really happy with this line here for the last couple years, and braided line definitely helps with the action of the lure. If you run mono, then the mono has so much stretch, it actually will pull and stretch, so the flasher won't get pulled by the rod tip and give that hard thump that these fish really like. Now, pro tip. Tangles are the worst thing you could ever have, and tangles start with line twist. So Yakima Bait Yakima Bait Company came out with what they call a free sliding spreader, this little guy right here. And what you want to do is hard tie it. Instead of using the slider part right there where your line can go through, you want to hard tie it so it goes into that first eyelet. That even says right there, I don't know if you can read it, there you go, there he is, to lure. Hard tie out to here, and then the most important part, lead hard tied right underneath it. What that does is it creates a pivot point. That lead is holding this thing down so there cannot be any line twists. And with your flasher doing this for hours on end, line twists will happen unless you got that free sliding spreader. Okay, next one is this, your bumper. Now your bumper is going to be right about 24 inches long. You can make it as long as 36. Some guys will even run it a little bit shorter, but right there around 24 inches is a good place to start. Shorter you go, a little bit tighter wiggle. Too long and it's just a really wide whip. So just try and figure out what the fish want each time that you're out there. Now there are a lot of different 360 flashers out there on the market. They're basically this rectangular skateboard style. And this one here is a Pro Troll, but I know Short Bus makes them, and a few other companies have some versions out there. But these little skateboard style ones have been the key to success for a lot of guys out here, and that is because of the fins on the back. It creates a wide tail kick to give action to your spinner. Now this is a Hildebrand 3.5. Actually, no, this one is one of the brand new Hildebrand size 4s, size 4 Colorado, and it gives it a little bit larger profile with that size 4. But the reason why we're running such small spinners is because if you run too big of a spinner back here, you're going to lose the action out of the flasher. Now the length of leader that you're going to be using between your 360 flasher and your spinner is right about 18 inches. I've caught them up to 24 inches. I've even caught fish as little as 12 inches. Very, very short leader. Uh-oh, losing ya. There you go. So you can run a really short leader too, but if you run right about, here we go, boat wake. If you run right about 18 inches, that's a good place to start. So, sorry, boat wake, stay. All right, so next, another option for running behind your 360 flashers is a super bait. Now you can run the originals, the 3.0s, the little kokanee ones, these guys here, the super cut plugs, whatever you want. Most guys will stuff these with just canned tuna and oil. I worked with ProCure for the last couple years and came out with a different scent, or excuse me, a different bait that has been working really well for me for the last 2 years. And that is this stuff here, the fish nip. So the reason why we came out with this fish nip was because me personally, I did not like the canned tuna and oil because it just washed out so quick. You had to keep on replenishing it and rebaiting your super baits about every 30 minutes to an hour. Not fun. You're just burning through cans of tuna. Now, they're not very expensive, so no big deal. I just don't like pulling my line out of the water to rebait every half hour to an hour. So I'm going to show you real quick how I take care of this. First, on the back of the packaging, it even shows you all the different ways that you can use fishing it, from using it below a bobber to in your super baits. Lots and lots of different ways. So I'm going to open this up here and show you exactly how I prep my fish nip. And what's great about this stuff too is that it lasts a long time. So you can keep it in your refrigerator for weeks on end, and one package could last you most of the season. Well, in fact, with the closure being on September 14th, one package could probably last you the rest of the season. So I'm going to go ahead and open it up and show you how I prep it. There we go. So fish nip is a tuna-based bait. It has a lot of bite stimulants in it and all sorts of different oils and whatnot. And it's almost, guys have equated it to like beef jerky. You know, it just has that, see if I can get in there, you can see it. There it is. So it just has that almost like chew, that beef jerky look to it. And I put it into a Tupperware container. So I'll do that here right now. There we go. In fact, I'm actually going to bring you guys down here so I can show you my workstation. Find a place here where I can put it, where I'm not going to lose you. Trying. Always fun doing this on the boat. Got it. I think I got it figured out. All right. Stay. Perfect. Okay, so there it is, my Tupperware container. And now I'm going to be putting in some different oils and scents. Now, I really like sardine for fall chinook. The best stuff to put into fish nip is not necessarily the super gel. I think that's too tacky. I really like the oils, the super sauce, and the bait sauce. The bait sauce is really thick. So the oils here, you know, the addictive stuff is good. Sardine is good. I like anything with maybe just a touch of garlic. So I'm going to add some of this stuff in here, a little bit of anchovy oil. And the reason why I'm adding this stuff to it is because fish nip is intentionally made a little bit on the dry side. So if you add it to it, you can change up whatever flavors work for your area. You know, different flavors will work, say, at the mouth of the Klickitat compared to down at Longview compared to Bonneville. So you can add a few different oils and sauces and flavors to it here. A little bit of sardine super sauce. And then you just mix it all up. There you go. You got it all in there. Mix it all up, and the consistency that you're looking for is basically like Play-Doh. It's really easy to mold in your hand. There we go. Got a little bit here. Perfect. Now we can take our super bait that I'm hiding from myself. Open this bad boy up. Oh, fingers all slick. There we go. Open up the super bait. See all the oil on my hand already. And then just put the fish nip right inside it. It doesn't take too much. You don't want to overpack it. Try not to hit stuff. All right. So there it is. Don't overpack it. Just enough in there to give it some scent. If you put too much in, that'll kill the action too. There we go. Got the little rubber band back on it. And you can see all that oil already pouring through it. Now this will last down at depth and keep on kicking out excellent scent for about 2 hours at least. And I'm telling you, you can even leave it in your boat overnight, put it back there in the water the next day, and it'll probably still have that oil slick behind it. So this will keep your gear in the water longer and hopefully get you into a few more fish. So that's how I'm rigging up for fishing here upstream. Hopefully you guys have some success before the closure below Bonneville on September 14th. And I will give you guys a full update on, or excuse me, a full recap on the buoy tent season tomorrow when I get off the water. Thanks for tuning in. We got one more left. All right, guys, good luck out there.